Jalan di tempat. Gerak. Henti. Gerak. Hadap kanan. Hadap kiri. Gerak. Tegak. Senjata. Gerak. Istirahat di tempat. Gerak.
Istirahat di tempat. Hormat senjata. Gerak.
His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, and the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, for the signing of the Treaty on Common Security and Memorandum of Understanding between the Government of the Republic of Indonesia and the Government of Australia. We begin with the signing of the treaty by the President of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Prabowo Subianto, and the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Anthony Albanese. The agreement signing marks a significant milestone, ushering in a new phase of security and defense cooperation between the two countries at an enhanced strategic level. Your Excellency, Mr. President, and Honorable Prime Minister, may we kindly invite you to present the signed agreement to the members of the press. Thank you. Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. President, and the Honorable Prime Minister. We kindly invite the President of the Republic of Indonesia and the Prime Minister of Australia to be seated as we will proceed with the second agenda, and that is the signing of the Dan Antara Memorandum of Understanding. And we kindly invite the Minister of Investment and Downstreaming of the Republic of Indonesia, His Excellency Mr. Rosan Perkasa Roslani, and the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Australia, Senator the Honorable Penny Wong, witnessed by the President of the Republic of Indonesia and the Prime Minister of Australia. Excellencies, may you please rise. We will do an exchange of the agreements. As the Minister of Investment and Downstreaming of the Republic of Indonesia and the Minister for Foreign Affairs of Australia, Senator the Honorable Penny Wong, will sign up the agreement. And Excellencies, may you kindly present the signed memorandum of understanding to the members of the medias. Please rise. May the signing of the agreement and memorandum of understanding further strengthen and enforces the strategic partnership between the two nations. The President of the Republic of Indonesia and the Prime Minister of Australia will proceed to the respective holding rooms in preparation of the joint press statement.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera buat kita sekalian. Shalom, salve, om swastiastu. Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan. Yang saya hormati dan yang saya muliakan Perdana Menteri Australia, Saudara Anthony Albanese, dengan para menteri dan pejabat tinggi, rekan-rekan media yang saya hormati. Saya sangat gembira dapat menyambut kembali sahabat saya, Perdana Menteri Albanese di Jakarta. Kunjungan ini juga menjadi kesempatan bagi saya untuk membalas sambutan hangat yang saya terima saat berkunjung ke Sydney pada bulan November 2025 yang lalu. Pada kesempatan yang baik ini, izinkan saya menyampaikan ucapan selamat Hari Australia yang jatuh pada tanggal 26 Januari tahun 2026. Australia adalah salah satu tetangga terdekat dan mitra strategis Indonesia. Australia dan Indonesia juga mempunyai hubungan yang cukup panjang, hubungan persahabatan. Kita juga selalu ingat bahwa Australia mendukung perjuangan kemerdekaan kita dari sejak awal proklamasi kita pada tahun 45. Hari ini saya dan Perdana Menteri Albanese menegaskan kembali hubungan erat dan komitmen bersama untuk terus memperkuat kemitraan Indonesia-Australia melalui penandatanganan Traktat Keamanan Bersama. Perjanjian keamanan bersama ini mencerminkan tekad kedua negara untuk terus bekerja sama secara erat dalam menjaga keamanan nasional masing-masing, serta berkontribusi nyata bagi perdamaian dan stabilitas kawasan Indo-Pasifik. Bagi Indonesia, hal ini mencerminkan komitmen teguh terhadap prinsip bertetangga baik dan kebijakan luar negeri kita yang bebas aktif. Indonesia dan Australia ditakdirkan untuk hidup berdampingan, dan kita memilih membangun hubungan tersebut atas dasar saling percaya dan itikat baik. Indonesia ingin bersahabat dengan semua pihak, dan kita tidak ingin punya musuh manapun. Untuk itu, kami meyakini bahwa perjanjian ini akan menjadi salah satu pilar penting bagi stabilitas dan kerjasama di kawasan kita. Hadirin yang saya hormati, dalam pertemuan hari ini, saya dan Perdana Menteri Albanese juga membahas berbagai agenda prioritas bersama. Di bidang pertanian, saya mengundang pihak Australia untuk mengembangkan joint venture di sektor pertanian di kedua negara, guna mendukung upaya Indonesia untuk memperkuat ketahanan pangan kita. Saya juga mengundang Australia untuk berinvestasi di sektor hilirisasi mineral kritis Indonesia, termasuk pengolahan nikel, tembaga, boksit, dan emas. Pada saat yang sama, kami juga mendorong perusahaan Indonesia untuk berinvestasi di sektor pertambangan mineral kritis Australia. Dan antara siap bekerja sama dengan para mitranya di Australia untuk menjajaki peluang co-investment dan dalam berbagai bentuk kemitraan lainnya. Perdana Menteri Albanese dan saya juga membahas kerjasama di bidang pendidikan dan tenaga kerja terampil. Saya juga mengundang Australia untuk mendukung upaya kita dalam memperkuat sistem pendidikan Indonesia melalui program pelatihan dan peningkatan kapasitas bagi para guru dan tenaga pengajar yang akan ditempatkan di universitas-universitas dan sekolah-sekolah baru yang sedang kami bangun. Dalam hal ini saya menyampaikan apresiasi atas dukungan Australia melalui Australia Awards Garuda Scholarship dalam mendukung upaya tersebut. Indonesia juga memiliki sumber daya manusia yang kompeten yang dapat membantu memenuhi kebutuhan tenaga kerja terampil di Australia. Untuk itu saya mengusulkan perluasan Mutual Recognition Agreements bagi sertifikasi profesi, sehingga para profesional Indonesia dapat berkontribusi lebih banyak bagi perekonomian Australia. Sebagai penutup, saya mengundang Perdana Menteri Albanese untuk menghadiri Ocean Impact Summit di Bali pada bulan Juni tahun ini. Saya yakin kehadiran Perdana Menteri akan membantu memastikan KTT tersebut menghasilkan capaian yang nyata. Dalam juga mendorong kerjasama kita di bidang kelautan. Kita memahami bahwa laut adalah kepentingan bersama bagi semua negara, apalagi kedua negara kita. Demikian yang dapat saya sampaikan. Terima kasih.
At this time, we're honored to invite the Prime Minister of Australia, the Honourable Anthony Albanese, to address the statement.
Well, terima kasih, Bapak President, and thank you for your generous words and your very warm welcome here to Jakarta, my friend. I am very pleased to be back here for my 5th visit as Prime Minister of Australia. No country is more important to Australia or to the prosperity, security and stability of the Indo-Pasifik than Indonesia. We share a deep trust and an unbreakable bond as neighbours, partners and friends. In this spirit of friendship, I extend Australia's condolences to the Indonesian people for all those lost in the tragic flooding and landslides in Sumatra last year and West Java just last month. Our thoughts are with the victims and their families. I would like to thank you, President Prabowo, and the people of Indonesia for the condolences that were extended to the Australian people following the Bondi attack in December last year. In November last year, I had the honour of hosting you in Sydney. There we announced the substantive conclusion of negotiations for a new bilateral treaty on common security. And today we have signed the Treaty of Jakarta 2026. The treaty reflects the close friendship, partnership and deep trust between our two nations under our comprehensive strategic partnership. It builds on a history of defence cooperation dating back 3 decades to the Keating and Suharto governments, which was signed back in December 1995. Today I was delighted to sign this treaty with Bapak President, a historic moment in our nation's relationship and recognition that the best way to secure peace and stability in our region is by acting together. This agreement signals that Australia and Indonesia's relationship is stronger than it has ever been. The fact that we are signing this treaty today is testament to President Prabowo's strong leadership and his personal commitment to promoting security in our region and indeed around the world. As I have said, the treaty is a significant extension of our existing security and defence cooperation. It demonstrates the strength of our partnership and depth of our trust and cooperation. Australia and Indonesia share one of the world's longest maritime boundaries, which naturally makes us close partners. But today, we are more than just partners, we are close friends. Today, to complement the Treaty on Common Security, I'm pleased to announce a range of new defence cooperation initiatives that reflect the growing strategic trust and ambition in our relationship, including offering to establish a new embedded position for a senior Indonesian officer in the Australian Defence Force, reflecting and reinforcing that trust between our two nations. Supporting the development of joint defence training facilities to increase Indonesia's ability to conduct joint exercises with your partners, including Australia. And expanding military education exchanges between our militaries to build relationships and increase understanding between our next generation of military leaders. Deepening Australia's economic engagement with Indonesia and with Southeast Asia more broadly has been a top priority for my government. To that end, we have agreed a Memorandum of Understanding between the Australian Government and the Indonesian Sovereign Wealth Fund, Danantara. This will lead to increased cooperation and information sharing between Australian agencies and Indonesia's newest sovereign wealth fund. Just as importantly, it will help to identify opportunities for increased two-way investment between our nations, bolstering our shared economic security and resilience. Bapak President, I thank you for the important discussions that we've had today and for your generous hospitality. I have no doubt that the relationship between Australia and Indonesia will continue to go from strength to strength in the years ahead, and that we will continue working together as neighbours, but more importantly, as friends, to keep building a peaceful, stable and prosperous region. Terima kasih.